Alrighty. I am gonna try to go for this again. Anyways, the game starts now pretty much, so 12 seconds in. Kind of frustrated because I was doing I got to the 2 hour mark, and for some reason one of the bosses I was trying to kill became invincible, and I was just screwed. Like, I couldn't get out of the fight. It was a boss fight, so I couldn't run. I couldn't hurt the boss, so it wouldn't die. The boss basically couldn't hurt me. It was stun locked, so I even tried like walking away for a few moments to see what would happen, but I just got
Guess I'll go back to my room.
uh
I'm a slave.
ran into some unfortunate events, so you know,
So
that's
how come
life.
I don't have a spirit core.
But it's okay. I made a couple mistakes that maybe I can do better on anyway. I don't think it was gonna be like my best run anyhow, so it's whatever.
Slept in this.
Anyways, I should be using some of the time-saving tricks I learned, but apparently
I better
I
head to work.
don't learn my
So
lessons.
I've got business with the freight train today, huh? Great. Great. Time to start another day toiling away for the Renans. Am I gonna do this until the day I die?
And this time I'm gonna try to take it a little more seriously and not be so worried about my outfits. But there are 2 points in this game where it is gonna force me to deal with my equipment anyway. So it's whatevs. And 1 point where I need to alter my arts. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Come on, game.
They're interrogating her?
Yeah,
So what the
yeah,
hell is going on?
yeah. Let's kill some stuff. It's so weird that my like bunny ears kind of block out
Renans are here?
some of the light,
Get the
but
hell out of here.
it is like 7 o'clock in Arizona, 7:22 or whatever.
Have these kinds of battles been going on this entire time? I just didn't know.
Yeah. Chop chop, chip chip, chippity choo. I know how to fight, thanks.
So much for playing nice. All right, we're up. I won. I actually beat one of those Renan soldiers.
But I'm actually glad I got a chance to like
gotta keep going.
practice some of the tutorials, because unfortunately those are stuff you have to redo. And some of them are actually kind of tricky, so. Alright, I think I can now update my arts. Guess we'll find out. We want a couple of these. That's fine for now.
Word to the wise, I call my...
Alrighty.
Kind of new for me, if you hadn't noticed. Don't expect any promises.
Why did you help?
Chip chop chip.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Let me go. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So let me go. Oh god, I keep forgetting I shouldn't ever sing. It's not good. Trust me. I had aspirations back in the 80s.
The blaze.
And it's not good. It's not good, children. Don't let me do it. Come on, game. Woot woot. What? I'm trying to get like a little closer to 3 hours. We'll see what happens. There's no way to know until it's over, I guess. I'm not big on like
Be careful. If you
running
get
a
close to the
timer. It
super
just gives
villain-
me anxiety. It's just not my style, I guess. So we won't be doing that.
I'm sure I can put this to
Plus, I'm too lazy to like practice
fight any
segments.
enemies you
I
can
just
otherwise
run it,
avoid.
and if it's good, it's good. If
Normally
it's
I don't
not,
pick
it
up.
is not. The end. I didn't expect to get fought there. That was weird. He must have been hiding in the ground. I know some of the enemies do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard.
Sounds good, bro. Think they're gonna make me cook. Or maybe that's another campfire.
Right. They have.
I do not remember. Yeah, it was I think that's one of the points in the game where there are just like a ton of cutscenes right in a
We
row.
have another secret hideout in Ulzebek,
Okay, good. We're going the right
not
way.
far from here. We should be
I
able
like
meet
to
up with
just
our
completely go the wrong way sometimes, because I'm awesome like that. Do do do.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
You can do it. Run, Elfin, run. It's a speed run.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
We got to go fast. I'm trying to like skip through these. That's why my voice is shaking, because I push the button so fast. I'm like, you can do it, run! Speedy, Speedy Jones! But my finger gets kind of tired when I do that too often.
Zephyr!
So yeah, we don't do that all the time. Alright, where's Mr. Guy Person? Alright, I think that was Mr. Guy Person.
I feel
We need
like
to talk
somebody's
to
watching
other
us.
Mr. Guy. I got the feeling
Hey.
somebody's watching me. Maybe not. Nobody ever comes on my streams except for Mr. Twice Slicer. But I think he's in bed.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
What does this person want from me? Okay,
You
we have to
sound
go get the
pretty thrilled by
teapot
that.
or whatever the
Thrilled?
heck this item is.
Maybe. But also. Settle for hope.
Come on, run.
We know now that not everyone is rolling
Run,
over to
run
the
like a
Renans.
bun bun. You can do it, mister. I know, like, if you fall, you can kind of, like, switch your tunes and they'll, like, go faster. I don't know about that, man. My fingers already hurt pushing this button so much. I don't need to be the best. I just do this for my own amusement.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds
Alright, I don't think I can speed back. Oh, can I? No, not yet.
like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
Oh my gosh, there's a song by Head PE, and it's like, everybody dies! Like, over and over again. That song shreds. I probably can't play it, because it would be, like, copywritten and all that good stuff. Alright, where's Mr. Star Person? Okay, we found Mr. Star Person Man. I think we have to do the outfit quest now. Yeah, we procured some supplies. We're good bunnies and all that good stuff. Look how good we are. We're just so good. Alright. What do we do now? Speak to Nath. There's too many times where you have to speak to Nath, and I don't like that name.
You're back, huh?
Those look like the ruins.
Alrighty.
Let's move.
Are we?
Okay,
Really
the
going
ruins I
there?
think are up
Yes.
here.
Now let's move.
See, the thing is, I'll probably get better at running the beginning of the game now that I'm more familiar with that part, because I got
Am I really doing this?
all
for some
messed
lousy
up
cook?
in the beginning.
There's Sugals here too.
Well, more like 2/3 of the way through.
Hey,
Right.
just a minute.
Hush your little face, girlfriend. I don't care. I don't need a tutorial, but I guess we're gonna get one anyway.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zoogle shouldn't be a problem, right?
Now give it a shot.
Alrighty.
This one's all
Freezing
mine.
storm!
You picked the wrong fight.
Ice tornado!
Demon
You
Fang!
got me surrounded.
Now it's gonna make me do Xian's too.
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down.
You can do it, Xian. I have faith in you.
Demon Fang!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it swapped my freaking sword.
Searing flame! Reload!
I know she did it. What's going on here? She hit like everybody. How does this not count? Really?
Cyan primed and ready. This
All
one's
three of
mine.
them are right in a row again.
Cyan, I'm all stocked up.
This is
Let the marksman
redonkulous.
handle this.
Okie dokie. Already with the bad luck. I've never seen that happen.
These little ones are hardly worth it.
Less talking.
But that's
more
okay, we'll
following.
keep going. It's not worth starting over for probably 30 seconds of stuff.
Looks like it could be worth something. Ugh, you can hardly see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view?
Why don't we not do that instead? Teehee. Alrighty. Now we have to cook the porridge, I believe.
What are you? Well, off we go.
Plus I forget how many times the game like forcibly quits you to menu, which like kind of drives me bananas. My last run I took off my carrot sword skin so that I'd known it forcibly changed my weapon, but I forgot this time. So hopefully that doesn't bite me in the bootay later. So there's two other forcibly re-equipment spots after this, but both of the times like
For an abandoned place.
my outfit will
Surely
change, so
crawling
hopefully that will cue me
Kinda
in.
makes you wonder how they all got in.
Through cracks in the
Ah,
walls,
gosh
I guess.
darn. What
Maybe
am
it's
I
a good
doing
environment
already?
for these species to propagate in. Best
Okay.
not to let your guard down either way.
Agreed. I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to hang around here any longer than necessary.
Alright, let's, yep. Let's
We've been
doubly
walking around for a while
check
now.
this stuff.
Should we give up already?
What, you're tired?
Tired of something, right?
I'm not giving up until we search every inch of this place.
She's really
Sounds
determined to find us
naughty.
both.
Alright, where's my little elevator friend? Here we go. Ooh.
Is this Renan
I'm not
technology?
particularly tired. I
I'm amazed
took
you guys
2
could pull
naps
something like this
today.
off.
For us,
I've
sites
been
like this
studying
are completely normal.
financial junk and it's like
This must be...
the worst. It's super boring. Alright, alright,
Okay.
alrighty.
Let's head back
We
to
got
Elizabeth.
it.
You're in a good mood.
I don't think I can turbo speed out of here yet. No.
Were you that happy to find a new outfit?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same as ever.
Masticles.
Phew, what a rush.
Alright, that's the right way, I believe.
Want to get back to Ulzebek?
Yeah, we better. We don't have time to waste.
Someone's in a hurry.
Cool. Okay. I always forget like when and where I can't use that thing because it just gives it to you and takes it away
We've
like
reached
so
our
many
destination.
times for seemingly arbitrary reasons.
You see anybody around here? Crap! Damn!
Come on. You can do it.
Just where do you think you're going?
This way.
You know what? Moscow.
What good is it going to do to...
I don't need your permission.
Okay.
There are fewer soldiers stationed at the garrison than usual.
What's up,
They
lava?
must have gotten deployed to Moscow.
Doc, Cole, everyone please be
Ouchies.
safe.
Well, you can't burn it again because it's cold now. Teehee.
Now you'll burn.
Mess with my friends, will you? You just crossed the wrong line!
Alrighty. Alrighty, Roo.
Hey, damn it!
Oh boy.
Stop! Please, don't hurt the children. What's that? Damn it, I can't reach them in time! Get that, Cole! Doc! Cole! Stop! Not if I can help! Are you... Yeah. So you girl...
Oof. I'm gonna need thumb joint replacements after this. Especially trying to do it twice in one day. Not ideal.
You're back.
Thanks. Yeah, what's wrong? Got it.
Don't want it. Leave me alone. Go away. I don't like you.
We've reached our destination.
All right, everyone.
It is time for the stuff, I guess.
Balsef's castle should be just above us.
All right. And let's use that elevator thing.
I don't know why it always points me directly at like the door that I just came in. It's kind of weird. It's something I will never get used to. Alright, this dungeon is easy. You just run straight up. You get the key automatically.
Then let's go around and
Last
see
time I
what-
was like looking around in boxes and stuff for it, and yeah, it was a big time waster.
I hope he's gonna be... Okay.
Is now really the time to be worrying about him? We've still got a job to do.
Gates of Fire sure look intimidating once you see them up close.
Alrighty.
We can't say this place is truly liberated until we do something about them.
What are you muttering about? Stay focused. We still have to take down Balsef.
I kind of like hated her, but now that she's like rushing him on, I'm like, you know what?
We should be getting
It's a
close to
speed
the
run. I'm
center.
fine with it now.
Good. Let's get in there and kick their asses.
Yo.
Is this someone's idea of a bridge?
Looks like it. Don't fall or...
Teehee, it won't let you fall anyway. Not for reals, of course. Not like a Dark Souls fall anyway. Yeah. Gotcha.
Just a minute.
Oh boy.
What are you?
time to see what this blazing sword can truly do.
Oh boy, wrong art. This is why you gotta have the swallow blade equipped.
They really don't give up, do they?
Now you'll learn!
Slice! Try this! Slice! Try this!
Alrighty, there we go.
Glacier Spear! Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer!
Ignite! Demon
Do
Fang! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Amazing!
Hey!
Got it.
Let's keep our eye... Sure.
We can cross through now.
Good. We're pressed for time.
Looks like there's still some soldiers inside the castle.
It's still less than it would usually be. The diversion must be working.
Everyone, stay safe.
It's so hot. I can definitely believe they're harvesting fire astral energy out here.
Is it that bad?
I forgot. You can't feel the heat. I don't think I've been more jealous of anything in my life.
What's going on over there?
Are those armed soldiers ganging up on a kid?
They're attacking him. We have to save him. You will kneel!
We'll see about that.
Alright, we got the key. And I'm all turned
Let's keep our
around.
eyes on the prize.
What the hell is that thing?
A spirit vessel. It's what the Renans use to harvest astral energy from Danans.
So that's where it all ends up, huh?
Okay, good.
Damn them. Guess this thing needs a different key to activate. That Zoogle looks tough, but...
I think we're game for it, yeah.
Hey, about that elevator...
Gotta break through!
Barely a blip on our radar.
This area seems different.
We're getting close. Balsif should be right up ahead.
That's what I figured. Time to introduce ourselves.
A common feat will leave shield and usurp me!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Alright, part 2. Eventually.
Men, you're finished! What you did!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Yeah, I get DCMA for that song anyway, so.
Flame.
Alright, we check out the gates of fire. Actually, nope, we cannot skip over there. Oh boy, of course we gotta slow walk over there.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Run, children, run.
off
We
we
have
go.
speed running to do.
I don't see any soldiers or their pet Zoogles. Just strays roaming around.
They must have... split once Balsef kicked the bucket and they had nobody left to obey.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Just double checking. Oh boy. It's a lot of walking just to look at a wall. Look, it's broken. How exciting. We're almost there, kids. Alright, we're gonna go to Mosgol and talk to the doctor about the medicine that the NPC that's super important that we'll never hear about again needs.
From now on,
Of course,
they'll
I'm not
just-
talking to the right person.
Hey, it's good idea. Sheared Garrison. If I'm not mistaken, that's located off to the side of the railroad tracks.
Wherever it is, just make it
I'm
quick.
pretty sure it takes my speed run away. Not speed run, but fast travel. I always forget what to call that feature.
You look happy.
To get dodged.
I'm...
Okay, off we go.
Alright, where's this little house at? It's over Meower. Shabam!
Just to be safe, I think before we head back to Ulzebek, we should maybe have Doc double check this is the right stuff.
All right, but let's make it quick.
Alrighty. Got lucky there. Because of course I can't fast travel right now.
Did you... Thanks.
Alrighty, I think we're good to go. No, we're not.
Okay, off we go.
Yep, still nope.
I wonder if something happened. You see anybody?
Alright, Frando joined our party for the next 10 seconds-ish. think we go, yep. Okie dokie.
Rinwell, right? It's nice to meet you. Does that little white animal follow you everywhere?
He's not a little white animal. His name's Hoodle, and he's a baby.
Knock a flying enemy out of the sky, and it's as good as done.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
And I got attacked. How
What was it?
exactly? Oh boy. Because of that owl.
Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
I
It's
hate
gonna make
camping
me
out.
sleep. Nope. Alrighty. I don't think you can get away from these.
I'm sure I can put this to use. It's free. Pathetic.
Alright, we do a hard right. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Oh well. How do you get over there? And where am I? No, I'm in the right place. I'm just messing something up. Oh, okay. Here we go. I don't think there's any way to like just get lucky and land on the rocks. I tried a couple times.
Normally I don't pick on the weak.
Sometimes I get lucky and hit
sure
those
I can
flying
do this.
enemies with that attack, but not always.
So,
Have we had enough cutscenes?
I get
Maybe,
that they're not
maybe not.
exactly on the best of terms, but is everything going to be okay with these
Yeah.
people?
This is the place where I can jump off the edge.
I noticed the Zoogles here are a lot different from what we're used to back in Calaglia.
Shibbity
Because
bop.
this realm is so cold.
And
I
okay.
imagine they had to be.
I gotta wait
adapted
for
to
this
the climate.
dialogue to bounce out anyway.
Meaning if we hit them with fire arts, it should be extra effective against them.
Would you like to warm up some?
Aren't there people in there?
You should let yourself unwind when you get the chance.
I guess there's no arguing with that.
Hey.
Hey!
Oh,
Whoa!
right.
What?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I think we learned another recipe.
Nice.
Right.
right.
Happy now, Shion?
Yeah, I'd say so.
She better be, after all she ate.
I stopped before I was full, though.
What?
Soup isn't particularly filling, my dear. Also, she's not a malnourished slave like some people.
How's this in a plate? Damn those Renans.
Darn those Renans. They're so darn bad and naughty.
Zephyr? Hell? Zephyr!
enemy reinforcements. You
Okay, we befriended Rinwell and
I wonder
her
how Zephyr's
ugly little owl.
doing. If that log ice is
Oh, we can't fast
fun,
travel there
you
yet.
shouldn't be rough with him.
I want to believe that. But those two didn't look like they're exactly on good terms. Actually, now I'm curious. Can Danans enlist in the Snake Eyes too?
Definitely. They're useful for surveillance here. Doesn't win you many friends on either side, though.
So why is Zephyr's kid working for the Renans then?
I wish there was like an owl only mode so I could just hear the owl make cute noises for the whole game. And all the people could just be quiet.
Let's
It'd be
try talking
awesome.
to the villagers.
Messia 224. Now that's a weird name.
Messia is basically a code.
If I talk to the
It
villagers,
indicates
they
a
mean
small
talk to
village.
this particular villager.
So it's
Teehee.
You're the friend.
Shibbity bop.
people are really The forest we're about to walk through is pretty dangerous. Let's make sure we're prepared before we go further. Rinwell, if you get injured, just let Shion know, okay? Shion,
Oh
can we
yeah,
talk a
this
moment?
is that.
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys.
I wish in real life when I talked to people I would earn some like skill tree that allows me to like, you know, attack people better. Be pretty
I can
sweet.
barely see enough to take 2 steps forward without bumping into something.
One step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
Yeah. I'll have to be careful not to miss anything coming from off the path.
Okay,
This
here we
is
go.
nothing. When things get real bad around here, you can get lost without even realizing it.
It's freezing. I can barely feel my toes.
This time I'm not gonna
Let's
go
run
the
right
wrong
back up
way,
quickly then.
probably.
I could easily see us getting lost.
Guess we'll
here
see
while
what
trying to find
happens.
Zephyr. I get this is supposed to connect
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna
capital to the
go
villages.
down here.
Why has it got to be so winding? And not only that, why are there so many Zoogles walking around?
I think they're used as lookouts. The Renans know how to control them.
Complaining's not going to get us anywhere. Let's just get through this and be on our way.
What's wrong? I get got for
Out of our way!
It's a big target, at least.
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done.
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Shaplowy. He didn't like that. It made him dead.
You okay, Rinwell?
I'm
One thing I
fine.
am sad about though with the game deciding to freeze on me is that I didn't get to practice doing the end game part of this, which
That
might
night
be
that
a
Dexter wasn't
touch
messing around.
longer due to the fact that
what
I'm
is
doing
it?
this on a
have
harder
no idea.
difficulty than it would be if I was just doing it on like normal or whatever, because the enemies have more HP and it gets pronouncingly worse
I hate
as you go,
camping out.
obviously, so the enemies level up and stuff.
I think he's saying something's over there.
Okay, owl interpreter. Alright, let's get out of
So
here.
the guys we saw back in Messia were Snake Eyes, and your group fighting them.
Oh yeah, I got lost because I
To
went
fill the
right
sword.
instead of left
Heck, we
last
even had
time.
members working within the Snake Eyes gathering intel for us.
I also got
Sounds
lost
like
on
it
that
involves a
boat
lot of
too.
double crossing.
It does. but it keeps us
But
alive.
everything
and one
else I
step
pretty
ahead.
much flew through,
Calaglia wouldn't
so
have been liberated without those double agents.
this will save me probably like a whole 4 seconds or something. Alrighty. Man, they couldn't even have walked me through the gateway. They had to make me
How
go
do
through
the
2
Renans
load
not know about this
screens.
secret route of yours?
Sisloden's an old city. It's littered with pathways that people have long forgotten. But keep your voice down. We don't know how long this route will stay
Yeah,
hidden.
there's a person over there, Rinwell. So how about we talk as loud as we want? Thank you. I don't often take advice from 14-year-old girls. Kidding, spy.
Capital city of Sislodia.
Be careful. You never know where Snake Eyes or their informants are lurking. We're basically walking into a Zoogel's den here.
There are shops here?
On a permit basis. As long as people don't get reported on and sent to work the...
Alright, let's head into town and see what the fuss is.
Alrighty.
Damn, you can see where the floodlights converge from all the way over here.
I want to take a closer look. There's something I need to confirm.
What could possibly be worth the risk of us all getting spotted?
A spotted owl.
You'll find out when we get there. Everybody walking around look...
Hey!
No.
What? Sorry.
Ugh, just teleports me to some random location because we need to just interfere in the lives of everybody who we walk past. Imagine if all the strangers you ever met in your life were that way, like they just come up to you and bother you every time like you say anything even remotely like indicative of needing help. I don't know if the world would be better or worse. For me it would be super annoying. Like, do you need help finding that cereal? Do you need help finding that other item on your list, sir? Do you need help with that? Get away from me before I stab you.
It's for us to go on.
Alright, I think we can just Shabplowy.
So,
Oh no, the thing happened and the music changed. Watch out, kids. There's danger.
enemies show up the moment we
There's
do.
danger!
Are we the reason for it?
We can
We're just
puzzle over it
transported
later.
into some
We gotta
random
run.
waterway. Now we have to walk slow.
Got it.
Oh boy, this mess. Last time I did okay, so hopefully this goes well again. Since one of the other
If you find any
tutorials
arc wielders, let me know.
I didn't do so great on.
Will do. Much obliged.
Oh cool, we got it in one shot. That was really lucky.
Ones are hardly worth our time.
I didn't even know that was possible. I thought I'd have to do it twice minimum. Okay. And there's like a little baby shortcut somewhere around here. Yeah, it's over Meower. Let's just remember how to jump before I kill myself and fall down this hole. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, anytime I saved on that little thingy, we messed up there. Shaploo!
Made it.
Shaplan! And here comes a naughty no-no, I bet. Alrighty.
wasn't expecting something so big.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Demon
Do it!
Fang! Remove!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Alright, we got the No No Naughty.
So
That was my fault. I wish there was a way to disable the skids so you don't accidentally activate them. Because holding the R1 button and pressing X rapidly skips some scenes, but not as good as sometimes just pressing the start button and going through them, so, you know. Alrighty.
what's going on? Why did the execution get moved up?
Calm down. We don't know enough to say what's going on here.
Yeah, that ladder's still not
No way
there.
of knowing what happened to Menek and the others.
I remember that really made me mad the first time I speedran this game, because there's just like arbitrarily take a ladder away. I'm like, can we not do that?
Let's just get to the plaza. and
That's
fast.
rude. I would like the ladder back, please. I fear it is not my choice. I think I get forced into a fight up here somewhere. Yep.
Zephyr's still okay, isn't he?
The sooner we take care of these guys,
Shaplawi.
the sooner we can rescue him.
Alright. Can I have control back now, please? Nope. There's a cutscene.
Don't even think of escaping, dissident!
We need to hurry.
Oh, this is the Mystic Arts tutorial. I totally forgot.
No!
Alvin? Freeze Lancer!
Yep. Thank you.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang!
80 gajillion damage, apparently. Alrighty. Oh boy, I forget where I'm going. I need to go that way. Now I can go up the ladder, I believe.
Zephyr.
Let's get to the safe house, quick.
Wait, safe house? Ugh, oh my gosh, is that thing serious? It's really rude.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Just like did a load screen and put me down the ladder. That's not very nice, Bandai Namco. I don't approve. I was like, yes, my ladder. The game's like, LOL. Nice try, fool. Alright. I think we go here.
We've reached our destination. Out of our way!
Shaplawi.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Yeah, and the last time I played, I forgot a key. I talked to the dude, but then forgot the key, which was like the smartest thing ever. So let's not do that this time. Hopefully.
Got it.
Okay, this is the shield smash part. Sweet.
No armor's a match for me!
You mean you can get past that shield?
Just let him do his thing.
Of course, he's not like gonna attack somebody with a shield. There we go. Cool, thanks.
Our work is done here.
Alrighty.
Got it. Whew. Hey! Yes!
Out of our way! Let's keep
Where's
our
my
eyes on the prize.
key?
This place looks completely different from Balsif's castle.
Swore it was in
Every
this
lord
room,
has their
but
tastes.
I guess not.
Whether this really suits Renan's sensibilities is another matter altogether.
It's us Janins who built the
That's
structure,
not the
you know.
key either. Maybe
How
it's
would
in.
we know what Renan's
I
like?
know it's not in there.
Who cares? Let's hurry up and
Where
get
the
to the top
frack
floor
is the
so we can
key?
kick Annabelle's ass.
Of course. They hide some of this stuff pretty good. Alright, now we gotta deal with these mysterious monsters that just appeared for my health, apparently.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Whee!
Go no further!
Gorgeous.
Barely a blip on our radar.
What is this place?
It's armor, my dear. That's why you successfully named the room that we were in Teehee.
Did this or... In the door?
We still don't know how to
Right,
activate
so
the
yeah,
elevator.
now we can go
We'll
in
just have to
Mr.
see what we can
Elevator.
figure out.
That bastard.
It didn't have, oh, it's this door then.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Swifty Jones over here.
Let's keep
Smashing
our-
some naughty boys.
Eyes on the prize.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, I need to fight the suspicious 3 no-no naughties that are in front of the table with the shiny object. Shaplow!
Our work is
Alright,
done
we
here.
got
Let's
it,
move.
I'm
kids.
right behind you, Shion. Does this look like a...
Oh, let's just do that. I would prefer not to, but
Elevator
if
key
you
to
must
Giant-
have it off,
Only
then
one
it's
way to
off.
find out. Let's go.
I will, sweetie. I'm in the middle of a speed run. Gotta go fast.
Do you sense one of your friends, Noodle?
Yeah, I don't think there's a way around those puppies.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Alright, I think like the guy with the key is like a red dude. It's not that. Let me see. Oh, that is the right way though. I don't remember having to like break any of the walls, so we're not gonna do that.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Yep, there's Mr. Red Boy. The naughtiest of boys. He's angry.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Alright, there's Mr. Elevator button. Cool.
You think the elevator's activated now?
Should be. Let's check and find out.
We're coming for you, Jet Belt.
Yeah, naughty belt. He's a naughty boy. Alrighty. Alrighty, Roo. It's time for No No Naughty number 2.
Just a little farther and be there. I'm coming.
I also have to remember that when I get to the woods at that one place, I need to go up the middle and not around the edge.
Pay for what you did to my father.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
We gotta wait for his little clone babies to appear.
See the
He's
despair.
channeling astral energy!
Damn it! I can't get any closer.
If this keeps up,
Alright.
Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Clone babies. Alright, I'm pretty sure this just points us right at the right door. Eventually. Someday. I think that's a Sugar Ray song, but I don't remember the lyrics to that, so you won't have to hear me sing it. We befriended
This
Law,
armor was a gift from Bregan. What if
because we're awesome, obviously.
it really did belong to a Danon hero once upon a time?
Yep.
He challenged an overwhelmingly powerful Renin foe.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that exchanged my weapon. So let's fix that
Yeah.
eventually. And these people kindly hush their little faces.
Thanks
Messing
for letting
with
me
my
stick around,
equipment.
you guys.
Sure, we're happy to have you. But are you sure you don't want to head back to Calaglia?
Yeah. I'm not sure how I can
Okay.
help yet. But for now, I'm going to follow Alfie. See what
No, don't
happens.
touch me.
Where does the
What the heck? I'm going the wrong way.
drawbridge connect to?
No idea. But I've seen it get lowered. It can't be
Silly
lowered
me.
from this side anyway. So it's useless to us.
Alrighty. Like, let's not repeat that mistake again. Nope,
Do
we
you
go
see
this
anybody
way.
around here who could use our help?
we can't chase after every little thing. I hate camping out.
Then don't. Alright, we're in some caverns, I guess. Shapla.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a snake eye and you were a silver sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones, running with a Renin.
Oh, Law, you racist 16-year-old boy. I think I can just do... Oh, that's random. I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, game.
All this walking
Gave me a
up and
freebie,
down.
I'll take it, I'll take it. I ain't gonna fight
Yeah,
you.
I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other
I
hand,
love a good pleasant
Black Ops let you reach
surprise.
some places you wouldn't be able
Just
to otherwise.
don't make a boss impossible to kill later, and I guess we're, yeah, I guess we're good. Oof, messed up my glasses when I scratched my nose.
Do you sense
Oh. Something, something, it's green. No, don't talk to me, I hate you.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Nope. Don't like you, leave me alone, go away. Got stuff to do, bye. Saving the world here.
I hate camping out.
I love that Shiana's so positive about camping out. She's so positive. She always has something great to say.
I think a little sense
Just great.
Alrighty.
Gotta break through.
And of course they want to do it twice.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Perfect. Yay, we completed a quest. I wonder if I could just run away from that. Running away takes some time anyway, so probably best not to mess around with that.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I don't think anyone's killed an enemy but Alpha in the whole game yet.
As far as the eye can see. I think even the
LOL.
Zugos look a little fuller than they usually do.
They're still Zoogles, just on a fuller stomach. Don't forget, this is enemy territory we're in.
I see a village over there.
the people working in it look Danon.
He got knocked down, but he'll get up again. You're never gonna keep him down.
Am I
Unless
crazy
you
for
do.
thinking these people seem to have it pretty easy?
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know, it's a town. It'll be fine.
Look, Renan's.
Everyone is all smiles.
I've never seen a city so lively before.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, please leave me alone, lady. I don't like you. You don't like me. Let's not pretend. Alright, let's talk to this wanky doodle over here.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danons and Renans getting along.
You never know.
Yeah, I think
It
I
could
go
all
this
be
way.
an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Looks like Danons are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's right. I get your concern, but we should buckle down.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
It's not a question of danger. Hey!
Actually, where did I put my dock? There we go. I was like, I'm gonna need that in like shortly, so I should open that before.
Damn, look at how rich.
Okay, there's none of
this
that right
place
now.
is. How many rooms do you think it's got?
Don't you think you're being a little too relaxed? They could strike at any moment.
If they were going to attack us, they would have done it already.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Welcome. Bear trap.
Are you two feel? Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
She's so adorable.
You say something?
Cats are evil. Never follow them. But in this game, if you don't, you'll never finish the game, so... That's bad advice, I guess. Come on,
Whoever
kitty
came up
kitty
with
meow
this is
meow.
pretty damn clever.
Yeah, it just looks like an ordinary cute cat.
We lost sight of the cat.
After the chase it's led us on, there's gotta be something up ahead.
Let's go
You know,
farther
that
in.
cat like went up and down a bunch of ladders over here somehow. This is the smartest, fastest cat in the galaxy. It loves ladders. Doesn't even care about guys with hammers for arms.
The reason the trees around here are so big is because of astral energy, right?
Alright.
It's possible, but give them enough. This will be a delicious piece of.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
What is the prize exactly? Awesomest kitty cat in the whole world. Mr. Meowington. Esquire. We get to celebrate Catter Day. I swear to God that was the right way, but no. It changes every time I play this part of the game. It's mysterious. Alright, so we gotta go this way first. Yeah, see, I swear to God, I did this last time and I was like, okay. This game just has points where it just makes the map as weird and confusing as possible. Alright, so the only place is the place I thought I already went, but I think I accidentally went up the side or something. Oh well. And whoosh. His arms are so gigantic I can't squeeze past him.
Did you see?
Sure did.
No, don't touch
Part
me.
where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part! Everywhere you look, it's nothing but green, green, and more green.
I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I ain't getting out of that one. Nope. Nobody. Swoopity.
Poodle's quivering. I think we're about to be real lucky.
I think this is a Mr. Naughty Naughty Boy. Arena.
Why
Yeah.
can't these dumb plants just keep to themselves?
Less whining and more fighting, Stank.
Yeah, I got you.
What? The enemy is over there. Astral energy!
Say no more.
Smack that naughty boy. Evil trees. I've had enough of you evil trees in my lifetime.
This had better not all be
So
for nothing.
evil.
Somehow I doubt it'll be a wasted trip. What the hell? I thought you wanted us to look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
How do you like that, Mrs. Shieldy Pants?
So, right.
Oakley dokley doo.
I sent Kisara that.
Guess we're waiting on word from Nagal for the time being.
All right.
Right.
She gave me a naughty key.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Or a bracelet or something. What does the owl say? Hoo 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 hoo. And other things.
Oh, good.
Alright, back to the inn now.
I guess we just wait for things to kick off.
Yeah.
You know it, Broseph. Brosefino. Meow, 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 meow.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Apparently we befriended Kisara. Which means more tutorials soon. Oh boy. Shaplow. Oh really, douchebag on a speedrun? Hope your mother gets cancer.
Wow.
If you're being charged, give me a shout.
Right. Thanks for the help.
Alright, uno mas.
Right area on their back. Light astral energy!
I'm just getting hit a word. Hurtful.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind.
Let me guess, another tutorial. Dohalim gets 2 tutorials for his up attack thing.
I didn't know you could use arts like that.
And it does 3 different things, which is kind of weird.
But still.
In one area it makes rocks appear, in another area it makes vines grow.
Since before
I think it does something else elsewhere too, it's kind of weird.
Probably for decades.
That long? I'm impressed the place has never caved in during all that time.
Yes, we can just go scooch around here. And... darn.
Out of our way!
My turn! Not yet!
Am I on a roll or what?
I have to go up some like weird awning thing, but I always forget where it is. Okay.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
That bong, ba bong, bong, bong. Alright, there's a way up that thing, but what is the way? Gotta go all the way around.
This place is a lot
Shaplow.
more complicated than I expected. Is this the right way?
Yeah. You'll find some metal scaffolding nearby.
Shloop.
Once we go through there, we can make our way to the inner depths.
Are you on alert for your brother?
Shloopity-doo.
You needn't worry
I have
so
no idea
much.
how I got around that. I thought I was getting hit for sure.
Rashly.
Right, here goes! This time!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Some of these things you just kind of get lucky with, and other times you just... enemies just like appear, I think, like right on your spot. Alrighty, we are now at the next Lord boss.
Miguel! Miguel!
I know all you want to do, but we need your help. We gotta get him under control.
Damn! This ends
I don't know how his health stayed that high for that long. Did it freaking alter my freaking equipment again? Nope.
Dohalim!
For some reason, he's just got like 80 trillion defense somehow. When I can literally do over 1,000,000 damage if I crit. It's just kind of like, come on now.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that.
Altalena Palace. We're best just walking.
For now, let us get to the palace.
Right. We best clamp down on things at the source before they get out of control.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for whatever welcome we get. I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Alright, what are the 2 stupid rooms I have to go in? The barracks and the meeting room.
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, let's try that barracks. Oh, you're gonna put me over there anyway.
Hey, Law,
'Cause-
you can bust
yep.
that wall open, can't you?
Well, let's give it a try and find out!
You sure about that?
Alright, I want the barracks and the meeting room. So we'll do the meeting room first since it teleported me against my
So I
will.
thought, let's see if there's a release mechanism somewhere. You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for... Don't good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and
Yeah, you're just SOL on this particular enemy. It won't let you like click on the note until they're dead. Or I guess you could
Is
wave,
that some
but
kind of note the rebels left?
I don't know how ideal that
The release
is.
mechanism we're looking for.
Yes, and for some reason we need to read 2 notes, even though both of them tell us that the
This isn't
friggin'
enough to
key's
go
in the
on.
office. You know how it do in these RPGs. Alright, now we're here. Hi, Mr. Twice Slice. I thought you went to bed. I tried talking to you earlier, but you were like... You were not to be bothered. You were playing a game or something.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. Look, another note from the
Alright,
rebels.
let's go to
If we
the
combine it with the
office
note we found-
now.
Or, then,
Which is in the middle.
there should be a
Should
key
have
inside
remembered
a
that,
cabinet
but I
in the office.
forgot it.
Great. Let's see if we can find it.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Alrighty, those naughty boys are gone.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Ooh, that sounds good. I definitely had a nap earlier. I was a little not happy when I was like 2 hours into my last speedrun and like the boss was just like, I'm invincible. How do you like them cookies? I was like, those cookies are awful and I don't like you very
Maybe
much
the
there.
release mechanism.
Yeah, the Lord's Quarters, I believe. Shaplow. It's locked. Oh, I didn't get the right key because I'm dumb. I forget there's 2 keys in here. We gotta get the one out of the drawers. Actually, you don't even need to fight that guy, I think.
Even if Dammons and Renans aren't on complete...
Oh well. Nothing I can do about it now.
Both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting to keep what makes this
Okay.
realm.
Move back and down. My turn.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my...
Alright, cool.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think that... It would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right.
Alright, it is fighty fight time if memory serves correct.
My brother's dead because of you!
Astral energy!
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I spent all that time grinding the Nebelim on Alphen, because the more kills Alphen has, the stronger the sword is, so I maxed out the attack and the elemental attack, which meant I had to kill about like 10,000 enemies.
The slave.
So yeah, I killed like a ton of enemies.
What's
Alright,
Kisara
where are we
going to do
going?
now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
You all arrived here from Cislodia.
The faster you kill the enemies, the faster you get done with the game. And I've noticed it's helped me a lot, so it was worth it. Especially because I'm running it on Chaos and not normal. Yeah, they'll use all the money they made from DLC on this game for the next game probably, since they
Mahak-Sar.
had over $100 worth of DLC.
It's 4 out of the 5 realms that I've
So
visited now.
necessary.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. They try to get in our way.
A sexy
We'll take them
lord.
down and-
Oh, I have to learn how to fish again. Oh my. Alrighty, let's fish. I hope, I pray, and I wish that I will catch
got
this
something.
fucking fish. I got lucky last time and I like caught it in 2 button presses. But that's because I remembered to equip the good rod.
Anybody could reel in that.
That went pretty well.
I of course did not do that this time, but that's fine. I wouldn't be shocked. What is it gonna be? Tales of Arise 2?
And that
Are they gonna give the character some development in it? Because they certainly didn't in this game. Like, Rinwell's a 14 lowly. Law's a 16-year-old lunk. Alphen's a 300-year-old space grandpa. And then
Hey, look at that enemy.
Shion's a bitch. Kisara's a mom, and Dolahim's gay. That's all you need to know. That's about the extent to development they created for these tunes.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
No, why is that there? Oh, Dolahim, that's why.
All right.
Alright. Gotta catch them all. Let's catch them both at the same time. That'd be sweet. It's not happening though.
That's our chance.
Should have caught the other guy. Sometimes this just doesn't like me. I don't even think it did anything that time. This is not normally the one that gives me trouble, but that's fine. It is what it is.
Got some.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think that comes with like 3 different skits that it does, which makes me forget where I was
Visibility
going.
along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the trick. An opponent like this should be easy. Now it's my turn. Not a chance.
Alrighty. As long as it's not a mobile gacha game,
It's
I'll
so
be
fluid
happy.
around here.
Honestly, with whatever Namco decides to develop.
That's mountain hiking for you.
If it's a gacha game, because they've already done 2 of those and both seemed to not be terribly
I take it
successful,
you're comfortable with them then?
then yeah.
We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training.
They just want that free money by like manipulating kids into buying ultra powerful $100 tunes with fake currency.
What were people even thinking back?
If I decided to stop buying games from companies that did that, I wouldn't be able to buy games from anyone. It's kind of annoying.
Sure builds up a sweat with this.
Shiplowy.
Rest assured, we have reached the top.
No, it's the naughty, naughty, no-no man.
Who even are you?
Dragon Shout!
I still feel that way at the end of the game with that particular enemy. I'm like, who even are you? Like, you didn't really give me any backstory on these enemies, really. Like, there's a tiny bit of backstory, like at the very end of the game, but it's like a sentence or 2 per boss. And it's like after you've already dealt with most of them, so it's like, really? I don't think we need to insert this here. We could have done that way earlier.
Is there truly no one here?
But what do I know? I know nothing.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
Oh boy. Yeah, that happens, unfortunately. Even with adults, like with these Pokemon games and these other like Mario gacha games, and they just have like every kind of gacha game now. It's just disgusting. Like, all a kid needs to do is wrangle their mom's cell phone out of their pocket, and all of a sudden they have access to their entire bank account. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's gotten so bad, it's at the point where, like, companies basically just have to give the money back because there's no way to prove that anybody, like, bought this junk willingly. It's kind of hilarious. Like, even if you've been doing it for, like, a long time, like, they'll just give you your money back most of the time because there's no way to prove a kid didn't do it. It's not like they have a picture of your face or, like, whatever. Don't worry though, I'm sure companies are trying to make it take a picture of your face or like have you take a picture of your credit card when you do it. I guarantee that's coming, baby.
We're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is
They
called.
don't need you getting your money back.
Pay attention.
It's disgusting. Blows my mind that any of it's even legal in the first place. It's legalized gambling for children. I'm like, that seems totally cool, dude.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle.
Don't get blown away, okay?
What's with that
This is the wrong
shiny
way.
bow over there?
I could have swore. Oh well.
Do you sense one of your friends?
It's gotta be. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. It's always the one by the campfire, pretty much the first way through the
Things are
game.
even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, I don't even like digital copies of games. Like, what happens when the PSN store goes offline? For like the Vita, for instance, you know, like you can't play any of those games if you can't download them back off the server. From what I understand, they stopped like shutting the store down or whatever, but it's still kind of like, come on.
Feels odd here.
Like, you know, 10 or 15 years from now, eventually that's gonna go away, and if you had the digital version and it wasn't on the hard drive, you're just gonna be fucked. There's no, like, way around that. Oops. We need to fall down some holes, baby. Shaplowy. This is safe, kids. Try it at home. Shablam. Alright, we just gotta get up in here, but these little bastards is in my way.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Didn't even break a
Oh
sweat.
yeah, games are being worked on up until the minute they're released. Half the time there's DLC that's on the disc. It's like, really? Like, Biomutant, I returned it on Amazon. I was like, this game's unplayable. And they just gave me my money back, because how are you gonna argue with me on that one? It was garbage. Some people liked it, but I thought it was the worst game I ever played. And if you disagree with me, then fight me. I don't really care. It was really bad.
Pretty deep underground.
It was probably
I even
built that way so
retried
could
it,
still be used, even if the above-ground portion got
when the
destroyed.
patch came out, and it was still not good. Like, the combat was really floaty and junky. Like, I dumped all my stats basically into strength, and like the enemies just have way too much HP. It was just a hot mess. Just a hot mess. And it was just a game of all side quests. Like, there was really no plot to speak of, in my opinion. Just like, oh, the naughty boys are the naughty ones, and you just gotta take care of that shit, bro. Oh, you know what? I need to go to basement 1. I'm wasting precious time. And then I gotta fight the naughty naughty no-no in the third hole. It looked great. I mean, it was cute, but it was unplayable trash. I mean, unless you like a semi-open world game that has no plot whatsoever, and you just really like the art, and you're not a big fan of like games with good fighting mechanics, then go for it, I guess. Like, I showed one of my friends that game and they're like, this is the worst thing ever. I was like, yep. It just constantly, like, it couldn't figure out waypoints either. Like, it would make it look like a waypoint would be in a building, but you'd have to, like, walk all the way around the building. There was constant, like, mechanics that you had to basically, like, learn. And if you failed to learn them, you wouldn't remember how to, like, open a door next time. And you just had all these different kinds of tools. It was just really weird.
I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for
Alright, we gotta go back to the inn.
Wait at the inn until he gives his victory speech.
Everybody's so excited.
They can hardly be blamed when they've apprehended an enemy leader. That said,
Yeah. Isn't there some way to calm them down?
That's good, because I don't think it's going to run very well on the Switch. And I just disagree with anything Nintendo does in general. They're just the company of, like, nothing's ever on sale, and they copy strike everybody's YouTube videos for, like, one freaking beat bopper boop from one of their fucking games from 96 years ago. They're just cunts. Can't fucking stand them.
What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it.
Alright, we can just go here.
This time.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
I'm really hoping SMT5 is good. I wasn't terribly thrilled with Atlus's handling of the, they had like an Ultimate Edition for SMT5, and I like literally was on this countdown timer thing. And then I go to their site to like buy it, and it's like it's not for sale yet. They pushed the launch back by like an hour or two or something dumb. So then I'm like, oh fuck, like now I don't have the time to like sit here and wait for another however long. So, you know, like I tried to get on my phone and get it, but it sold out in like 0 seconds. So,
I wouldn't be so sure.
Wasn't so thrilled about that.
By time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction.
Because it came with like some cool stuff. I forget exactly what it was, but you know, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to get released on other consoles. I kind of have a feeling it's not going to run really good on the Switch, being that there's like a lot of improvements that have been made to that game. And Switch games are just, I don't know, man, they're just not very good. It can't handle very much. Like, it can't even handle the game Disgaea 6 without, like, de-resing the 2D graphics. It's redonkulous. Switch is probably my least favorite system. Like, the portability is nice, but, I mean, we've largely been in a pandemic world where most people are working from home, and all that stuff, so it's like, what's the point? I guess you can hook it up to your
Take it easy. There's not exactly.
TV and at least get HDMI quality, but it's funny, like I was on GameStop earlier, I basically only use them to like see, you know, the release schedule on games, and there's almost nothing coming out for the Switch other than another Pokemon game and like one other game. So the Switch is effectively almost dead. Like, it's great for indies, but Nintendo didn't really like do anything this console generation with the Switch, in my opinion. Like, they put out their obligatory couple of Mario titles in their Smash Bros. Game, and that was about it.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mom.
And honestly, the best Smash game I've ever played was Brawl on the original Wii. Every Smash game since then has just been not as good, in my opinion. Yeah, and even like the Metroid Dread Special Edition, like a lot of people were pissed about that too. And I mean, Hollow Knight has already done the Metroidvania thing better than Nintendo ever has done it, so it's like, whatever, Nintendo. They can't even like properly innovate anymore. It's just Mario, Smash Bros, Splatoon 83, just the same crap over and over again. Pikmin 94. They have like 7 or 8 games that they do, and that's about the end of that. I really wish it would go the way of Sega and go bankrupt and then just sell its software to like Sony and Xbox and consoles that actually have good, like, hardware.
Let's keep moving.
An opponent like this should be easy.
You fucking asshole wolf.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
There's a key in one of these stupid rooms somewhere. I think it's actually that one, the one that's the most out of the way.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look.
I won't forgive you.
It looked really interesting, honestly. I haven't personally been a huge fan of Valve.
It's an authentication key.
Um,
Quite common. Maybe where you're from.
I just chalk that up to my old age, but like, I do all my achievements on Sony. So if a game comes out on Sony, like, that's gonna be my preferred platform, because I would prefer to increase my PSN gamer score. I'm not as interested in everybody else's systems. Like, Xbox doesn't do enough RPGs for me. It seems like they're the shooter console, and that's great for people who like shooters. I'm not one of those people, I guess.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
Naughty red man, we must destroy you. But honestly, if they keep with it, somebody needs to honestly go into the portable space and destroy Nintendo. Because I think that's going to be the only place where they survive anymore at this point. I could swear there was like a switch in here, but I might be wrong.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip
No,
on
just
our radar.
junk. Oh well. 'Tis fine. Alright, if memory serves, we need to find
One of your friends, Poodle?
another red enemy in here. Yeah, I don't have anything against Xbox. Like, their hardware seems comparable to Sony's. There's no reason to, like, start the console wars up in here. It seems fine, it's just not my style.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I'm just not a big, like, shooty shoot guy. And I mean, like, PlayStation came out with Destiny anyway, which kind of, like, fills that little niche, I guess. I think at this point, you can pretty much, play Lost Odyssey, like, on the computer with an emulator. Which, that RPG is so long and annoying and grindy, like, I would rather play it on an emulator if I ever replay it. There's just too much grinding in that game. Too many characters with, like, 9 trillion different skills. Like, it's cool, it's customizable, but it would need to have a lot of quality of life features implemented for me to replay it again if they, like, re-released it. Like, I'm glad that at the time I was dating somebody who had an Xbox, because the only 2 games I was gonna play on Xbox was gonna be Tales of Vesperia, which they got the crappy version of that anyway. Everything extra was DLC. And then, I also liked Lost Odyssey. Gotcha. Yeah, I heard the Xbox emulation hasn't come the way of the Sony emulation, so I haven't really, like, gotten too far into it yet.
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
But it probably depends on your computer too. And since all the chips are freaking impossible to come by, it's like, well, tough titties. Gotta wait, kids. Yeah, it's not that one, it's the other one.
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard.
Get lost!
Why didn't I teleport to him like I did last time? Oh well. This isn't gonna be the run that beats the time that I wanted to beat, but that's okay. I didn't expect it to be.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
I don't even like The Last of Us, honestly. It's just kind of boring to me. Ugh. Some people love it, some people hate it. I was very on the fence about it. The only reason I played it is because it came with the PS4 when I bought it. It was like bundled with the system, otherwise I wouldn't even have cared. But I think I got through about half of it and I was just bored. Like, it was like bad Resident Evil, in my opinion. Like less action-y Resident Evil.
Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do! This ends now! You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Yeah, she's invincible for a couple moments. Why don't I get to be invincible? Alright, I think I can now harm it again.
She's no stranger to astral
I'll
arts.
end you! I can astral energy!
Say no more.
Shaplowy. Alright, that is Lord number 4. Some games mostly older games that I feel nostalgic about do that for me, but most video game plots usually hinge on the structure of the gameplay itself, and thereby, like, the plot has less merit in most situations. So, I'm very, like, whatever about video game plots. I'm more about the gameplay. Like, this game does not even have a plot. It's a joke. If it did have a plot, it was ruined by the director when they added all this time interruption BS to pad the length of the game, which definitely happened. Somebody was like frustrated with me on my YouTube the other day. They're like, "Oh, he complained too much." I'm like, I don't just accept everything at its like presentation value and just think it's great just because it was made. Like, if you don't have any like criticism for them, that's fine, like, but you're not also gonna make the games any better by, you know, giving Namco Bandai your wallet every time they drop anything out. Like, if you love them so much, just waste all your money on their gacha games. Like, they have those. Just go dump every single one of your pennies into their shitty little gacha games and fuck right off. Pardon my shitty tone and language, but whatever. Just so many people are like, "Oh, blah 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 is the best thing ever."
Just threaten and harass me
Like,
instead.
sure, it is to you,
Everyone
maybe.
think I am?
And until the next game comes out.
Pet. They're the ones that dragged me. I just... What?
And then the next time someone criticizes something, then they get all butthurt, and then they release their little keyboard monkeys and go all apeshit bananas on the next person who doesn't like their pretty little game that they just bought. I don't get why people are so like butthurt when they like spend their money on something and it's not good. Like when other people point that out to them, it just cracks me up. Like, can you kindly get a fucking life, please?
I wonder if
Cause
Alvin's going to be okay.
yeah.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that the PC has better load times for this game. For show. Cause I watched another PC gamer do a speedrun on this, and like, they did not have as many black screens, I feel, as I'm having. Honestly, this game should have ended when you fought that like silver-eyed dude. Because there's like nothing that happens between now and the rest of the game except for a lot of bad plot explanation and refighting him anyway. It's like, can we just kill this motherfucker? It's not being rude to them. Like, these people are incomprehensibly stupid. They're incapable of understanding that my critique of a video game is not pointed at them. I don't know them. I don't know their name. I don't know their best friends. I don't know where they hang out. I don't know where they go to school. I don't know anything about them. I'm not critiquing them. I'm critiquing the game. But when they make it about themselves, then where else do you have to go with it but personal? Because they made it personal in the first place. Like, you're a dumb, stupid idiot because you think this game is bad because you don't have any taste. And I'm like, okay. If that's how you want to, you know, call it, then that's fine. To me, I take it as they think I shouldn't have an opinion, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but who do you think you are that you're so special that you can stop me from having an opinion about something I spent my hard-earned money on? Like, I don't know where you get your money, probably mommy or daddy's wallet, So maybe you don't have the same, like, analysis I do. Why are these enemies impossible to kill? I was like, oh god, it's happening again. The game is revolting. It hears me talking shit, and it's like, you're fucked.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare.
I didn't call you dumb, stupid, or an idiot. Next to your ear. I'm not flying all the way to Brazil just to
fight at the top of your game
have real talks.
when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there.
You should fly here. We can play pin the tail on the donkey, if you know what I mean.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I'm much more for the forest than Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree.
Pin the carrot on
Maybe
the
now's
something.
Not the best time for Elder Menancia Pride.
If you know what I mean. Wink, blinkety, wink, blink, blink.
What's up? So, Al?
I really hope she on.
Alright, let's eat Law's wiener. Since we've been forced to rest. Law is 16, by the way, so this game is having us do illegal activities, just so you guys know. Extra illegal, with a side of mustard or something.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Is it? Tell me about the story. Like, what do you think this game is about? I'm honestly curious. I don't know that you've watched it enough to, like, know what the plot actually is. I'm a stank whore. Probably correct right now. I've speed ran this game twice today, so I'm probably a little ripe. And I took a nap without a shower, so my, like, nutsack is probably, like, oof. It's like a jar of pickles right now. It's like a house vinaigrette.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
We may get out of this alive after all.
Yeah, injuries be bad for a minute there. The heavens must be smiling.
I mean, I told the entire continent of Australia to lick my balls the other day, so clearly I'm not too concerned about how bold I am. Continent / country. They put the cunt in country, if you know what I mean.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try.
They put the cunt in country. Sweetie tits. Yeah, totes my goats. What does the Iron Mask do, though? What did it do for him? If anything at all, other than being a contrived plot nuisance.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even. It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
I know, right? Like, somehow he was eating through that mask and he saw through it too. Let alone, like, he's a slave and they're barely feeding him to begin with. Like, did they really give him, like, enough time to, like, figure out a way to eat through that mask? Like, get out of here. Kindly blow me on the fattest part of my nutsack.
Take your breath.
In an instant.
Impact block.
Look sharp.
Hurricane Flash!
No, you've almost got this. Almost. Now you're getting
In an instant.
Impact block.
Which I guess would be my balls. Oh yeah, he had a blender in 18th century fucking times, you know, and he just sucked his meals through a ninja blender. Totally magodalies. Avi. Hashtag for reals. Hashtag real talk. Hashtag ninja blenders. I'm not trying to like... Oh yeah. I haven't seen a straw in this game either though, so I'm curious where he got one of those.
We did it.
We did it. We have to go through another fucking map before we get to the place we're trying to go.
Has the most curious atmosphere.
I'd
LOL.
be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I don't want Shion to get mad at us for dragging our feet.
Alphen?
She's the one that's kept us on
Sucks it through a straw. Show me on the face mask where he even has room to do that. Like, show me the eye slits, because there are none. Like, I guess you could, like, wrangle a straw, like, up through where his neck was, probably. Like, I don't know. What's woo-woo land? I don't want to be the president of anything. Sounds like a lot of work. It'll age me faster, and I'm kind of vain. I'd prefer not to.
Ordinary enemy I see over there.
Alright, we're at Douchey McBag's No Naughty Time Castle.
Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through.
This is where the names for all the towns start getting really dumb. Two indecipherable words next to each other, so you can't, like, control F it in a frickin' walkthrough. Why don't you just call it, like, Pimpville or Daddy Town or Carrotville?
Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Happy Bunnyville, something like that. Probably would
I have a bad feeling about
distort the serious tone of a game about a 300-year-old daddy from...
The waterway they're floating on.
No one knows how he's lived that long, by the way, with a mask on. He can't eat through or see through. And he just becomes the chosen daddy.
About what's taking place.
He just kills all the no-naughties to become the ultimate daddy or some shit. That's every RPG ever right there.
What? Liar.
The chosen one.
You.
I've seen ghost temples.
Jesus, like, struck him with a lightning bolt, and now they can, like, shoot magic out of their vagina. That's how they do it. Spider Daddy, like, he just got bit by a spider. I wonder if there's some fuck rag who, like, thought he should just, like, climb into, like, a spider's nest and just get bit by all the spiders so he could, you know, shoot webs at people or something. I know there's somebody dumb enough to have done that. I just don't know who they are. They probably won't admit it. Probably the same kind of person who's like, I talk shit about a game and now my penis is filled with rage. It's kind of weird because a lot of the, like, Middle Eastern dudes, like, have down low boyfriends that they have sex with. And, like, it just cracks me up that they're, like, so anti-gay when they, like, it's completely acceptable to have, like, a bitch boy that, like, sucks your dick. It's just very weird. It's very suspicious to me. You must make a baby with a woman in the vagina, otherwise you are a naughty boy. I'm like, whatever. You get your dick roasted by fucking twinklets all the time.
Won't let you down this time. It's nothing compared to what you're
How many more of these are there? Like, what's the point of this?
I can take whatever you give me. Please,
Her vagina needs to be waxed. That's all I know. This is a lot of pubes.
Not a chance. My turn. Now.
Shion's pube forest. Jesus. I don't even want her back. What good is she? She gonna do? Attack me with her pubes again?
Thanks. I'll be okay. Let's go. We have to take Volron out.
Right.
Those things that
They like got him to join up. Like, you can have all these beautiful prostitutes if only you have millions of dollars.
Open your eyes.
Yeah. How do you know what they look like with the mask on, though?
Glory be to Volron!
It's useless. They're brainwashed. Just like the
Well,
dead
didn't
puppets
feel-
we dealt
Like,
with
if you're an
outside.
incel, maybe you'll go for it. Like,
Guards are quite formidable. They
I
recruit
don't
and
care as
train
long as she
far
is my
exceed those of any
slave.
foot soldier.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
I don't get it, dude. Oh. Wanted to poke him in the bootay.
I barely worked up a sweat.
It's such a huge area to search.
It's not his fault Brazilians are kind of sexy.
I believe the largest, tallest structure would be best. In castles, you'll often find the things of most import are
Probably
located
because
in
they're
such
not,
areas.
like,
Spoken like someone who used to
busted with years of inbreeding like us white
build
people
like some kind of drawbridge.
in those Alabama trailer parks.
Down, huh?
Most likely, it's connected to a control.
Genetic diversity is good.
I suggest we search around and see what we uncover.
Okay, sister fucker. Jesus. It's called Biology 101. Take it. Yeah, slap that naughty ice wall with your
Take more than this to stop
sexy flaming man
Perhaps they were
sword.
trying to exalt.
Looks like trouble with a cat.
I am kind of mean sometimes. Just,
This one's
I don't know, who are all these, like, insulated fools that live with their head in the sand that believe, like, Jesus is gonna fucking make them rich if they, like, bow down to, like,
I wanted to say sorry. for
whoever's nutsack? I just don't get it.
when we first met.
Like, if you suck Elon
Here goes! Glory to Volron!
Musk's dick from a place where he'll never see you or
Barely a
never
blip on our
hear your
radar.
comments, then eventually him and Jesus will show up at your house with a Cadillac and, like, give you all the hookers and
I've got this.
cocaine, I guess.
Handle it.
Like, you'd have to be
Barely a blip on our
14
radar.
or an incel or retarded to believe that
Come
shit.
here earlier?
That's
But Christians, man, they believe it all. They love it.
No holding back.
Make it red.
This'll be a piece of cake.
Astral energy.
Say no more. My turn.
They love it like a chicken nugget.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Seriously. Blows my mind hole. I'm like, I didn't know anyone believed that, let alone... Oh boy. Like, what's... Their whole story is like Space Daddy created the whole world in like 7 days. And Space Daddy doesn't like it when you do 10 things on his no naughty list, and he killed his only son, who he impregnated some lady from space with his laser sperm. Like, and then she somehow doesn't get, like, raped and murdered by the tribe. And, like, her husband actually believed that shit. Like, oh, sweetie, it was God. God knocked me up. It wasn't, you know, that one dude I've been hanging out with. Billy Bo Buck or whatever at Fucktown, USA.
A comfortable win.
Oh, jeez. Then they squirt out a baby and they just all decide that it's fucking God's baby somehow. And 3 wise douchebags show up with shitty gifts. Frankincense, myrrh, and some gold, I guess.
Go no further!
Yeah, I mean, that's what they like to do with it. Blows my mind. Like, it's supposed to be like an abstract story from which you're supposed to like learn a lesson, but most of them believe all this shit, like. So I guess you can't call it an abstract story when you think like gay people should die for having some homoerotic porno sex or whatever. They just wish they were having the sex is, I think, mostly what the problem is. Like, I'm a firm believer that everybody should get laid as much as possible. I think it's good for you. It's good for your skin. It helps you sleep. It's good for making your boner go away. It's awesome. Everyone should get to have sex as much as they want, but sadly that's not how the world works. You know, the 2 people have to like each other and stuff. At least enough to fuck. It's so complicated. And with this pandemic, I mean, they have to like leave their own house, which is, that's a big ask for most people these days.
That enemy.
God damn it, I'm going the wrong way. Because these 3 twat bags appeared out of my nutsack. Alright, now we're going the right way. To Fucktown. But it's funny, I did a report that in towns where people like through a survey stated that they like got their rocks off more often, like with a partner, like violence was way down. It's like, come on now. Makes sense to me. Like, if everybody is too busy getting laid, they don't have time to go out and stab each other in the throat with a rusty machete, I guess.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
But everybody's like so mean to each other. Like, I feel bad for not terribly attractive straight dudes. Like, they must have it really rough. Like, if you're a not terribly attractive homo, like, it's fine. You know, there's a way for you to get yourself laid. But, like, if you're a fugly straight boy, like, I feel like it's pretty rough. It's rough. Come over here, Mr. Kitty Man guy, dude, whatever your name is.
Almost there. Close enough. Take it away, Lo. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Alrighty. No, is this fucker gonna be invincible somehow? Jesus Christ. This whole speedrun's destroyed too, like the last one. Maybe I can kill it now that it disappears. Because last time the corpse never disappeared. Okay, good. And I was like, oh no, some weird mess is happening that's preventing me from like beating the game. But we got past it. I'd have been like, that's just my luck, talking all that shit, and the karmatic gods are like, take a piss on my speedrun. Can't say I don't deserve it, but
I wonder if we're getting
twice in a row is a little much.
I sure hope so.
Wonder if we're gonna find Voltron. Why are you gonna name one dude Voltron? He should be like 4 or 5 dudes that combine into Ultra Daddy. I know, that was like sad. That guy was like cute, but he was like crazy. I'm like, shooting people isn't gonna get you laid, kid. Like, I don't understand pants those decisions, but I think when you're a teenager and you like grow up in California and everybody's rich and like, I don't know, man. That's not good for your mental health probably either. Why won't he be harmed? Like, invincible douchebags? Like, come on. Come on. If I can't be invincible, you can't be invincible. Now take your nighty-night nap time. Nighty-night nap time happens for us all. Now you hear my song. Let's go smoke a bong. Oh no, he's alive still.
How sweet your ignorance must be. You resent not being the only son.
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block! No, you
Demon Fang, Demon Fang, Demon Fang, Demon Fang.
This ends now!
consider yourself finished.
Yeah. Let's see you try walking away from that, you nasty bitch. He walks away from that, by the way. Spoilers. He walks away from a lot more weird stuff that happens to him later, too. Ugh, this is the part of game where you gotta, like, walk around and talk to dumbasses. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, I feel bad for them, too, like... I mean... I don't like that they've gone like this crazy route where they think women should be their slaves or whatever, but like, certainly these boys should get laid, like, I mean, honestly, like, they should all just pool up a bunch of money, take a bus to Vegas, and go, like, get their dick sucked in Vegas, where I think it's legal to do that. But not all the incels live in the United States, so it's not a complete solution. God damn, bitch, why can't you stand closer to the door? Make me walk all the way over here to talk to your crazy ass. And then I say shit like that. Oh my god.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
Like, I'm a hoe bag. I've slept with boys, girls that want to be boys, and boys that want to be girls, and dudes dressed as squirrels. Like, pretty much ran the gamut at this point. And it's good for my brain. Takes the brain crazy away. I hate this place. I hate it so much. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Make me run through this hellhole. Suicide is bad. Don't do it, kids. A gay incel. Like, I don't honestly know that that exists unless it's purely by choice. Like, there is some old daddy out there with, like, a young boy fetish, and it does not matter how many times you had your head smashed in with a sledgehammer. Like, these guys will do anything you want just to, like, play with your young penis. Like, there is every gay fetish, like, please. All the fetishes. Gay incels. Well, I like taking virginity, so they should hang out with me. We could play a game called Take the Virginity, but not everybody wants to get poked in the booty either. So I'll have to find a counterpart that has, like, a super tight booty that they can poke or something.
I heard we are all to meet at the castle.
I mean, like, if not for the point other than to discover that sex is way overblown, and I don't get why everybody's so obsessed with it. It's like, yay, I came, now I feel dirty, I guess I'll take a shower. It's not like this life-altering, mind-expanding thing. It's not microdosing LSD. It's just an orgasm. One that you could have given yourself and probably would have liked more because you could have, like, had the fantasy and not been super nervous and stuff. Look for... Oh, go back in the fucking castle. You know that castle we just made you walk through? You go back in there, bitch.
I know it's not their fault.
We ain't done with this fucking castle yet, homie. I mean, if you're a gay incel, you probably live in Montana and you don't have a car. Like, that's a pretty peculiar set of circumstances. Like, mommy and daddy don't have a car, you live in a trailer park in the middle of nowhere, there's no other gay people, you don't have a smartphone, so you don't have access to Grindr. Just all of it, like, all the bad circumstances. And that does happen, unfortunately. But don't be mad, that's just your circumstances. You could get laid. There's so many people out there that like sex, like pretty much most people.
What we came here to do and get out.
You just gotta get out of that small town. Gotta get yourself some transportation. Save up and get a moped. Or a bus ticket. Or a plane ticket. Get on some furry forum. Meet some nice furry guys. Furry guys are like the nicest people ever.
These guys not realize who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Danans from the town.
Teenagers are not the nicest people ever, though.
Well,
I guess I'm old now and like...
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you.
Old people aren't as cunty to each other, I think. But I say that, and then like you see these crazy nutter butters on like trains and stuff like, I don't have to wear no fucking mask, I'm fucking American and shit, bitches. I'm like, what? Who am I gonna save? I'm cooped up in my house. I work from home, I live at home, I'm lazy. It's problematic. I cannot be a traveling sex bunny. My freaking boyfriend would be pissed. And I'm too old for that shit. Like, I'd have to wanna get with this, and not everybody wants a piece of this. Let's see. Find the dead boy's mother. What if I don't want to? I just don't get it. I'm like, really? Like,
That's why we have to find her.
like, it's great that, like, you think this is an attack on your freedom, but, like, mostly you're just doing a solid to people you don't know around you. Regarding an invisible virus that you don't know whether or not you have. Because I guarantee you, if you're butthurt about the mask, you certainly ain't going to get swabbed. So,
Work.
it's just like, why do we need to get, like, this extra about something so silly? And honestly, I really don't think it's even about that half the time. Like, I think people are not meant to be trapped inside all the time, and that breeds mental illness, and, you know, you go outside and somebody gives you a dirty look, and then you just find, like, the easiest, dumbest thing to pick apart about that person, and just start having a shit show in public.
Right.
I personally don't like having a shit show in public. It's just not my style, I guess. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Pretty impressive.
Rest at the Pelagian Inn. Where's the inn? It's there. Okay. I always want to say Penguin, the Penguin Inn, but it's Pelagian.
It made them stop fighting with
Pelagian, I don't know. They say Pelagian in the game, so I'm gonna take the game's word for it.
You knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
I think there's like this hyper, like, pretty ladies are in these advertisements and stuff too. Same thing with men, I guess, too, but I think it's more so to a degree with women. Like, just like girls in bikinis, like eating popsicles and
I imagine there would be something.
I don't know. Making every day seem like happy, fun, sexy popsicle eating day. And it just confuses these, like, kids that don't realize, like, most people usually don't lose their virginity until they're an adult. You're not supposed to be banging Pamela Anderson when you're 14. That would make her like a sex rapist or whatever those things are called. Statutory rape, I think. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Don't quote me on that. I guess we're going this way now. A sex rapist. Oh my god.
Orland Mountains, exactly.
I'm fucking
Those are
stupid.
the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Loftu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
I know. I'm ridiculous. I put the dick in ridiculous. I put the cock in ridiculous. I put the carrot in carrot, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall
But they're
never
already
walk
dead.
free.
How is he still talking? Fools. All glory unto Volron. It's not rape when you're willing, dear. Let's see, Meower. Cross the nobody gives a shit
It
mountains.
feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I would... certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Something feels
What a
odd.
hoe. Did you hear her?
Be on
She
your
said,
guard.
come now. She needs it now. Okay.
You've no...
And all these movies make it seem like you just have to, like,
People used to go through here in order to get to
I don't know, just talk to somebody for 5 minutes and all of a sudden you just end up in bed naked with skank hoes.
Seems like it. Those soldiers we
Most of the time, like, when people are young and nervous, like, it takes a lot of work to get laid. Like, you don't just, that doesn't just happen.
Forced to come out of
Unless you're Chad Chaddington of Chadley Estate.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral
There are definitely some Chads out there.
energy.
Rinwell.
And I think they're all gross.
Are you worried
I think
about
there's
Shion?
plenty of people that aren't into, like, dudes that
I don't know
don't
how to
eat
talk to her
food.
about
Like,
it.
people like going out to restaurants. Like, you don't want to hang out with that guy that's like, oh, I already meal prepped. Like,
It's sure
oh, I
cold
can't
all
do
of a
that.
sudden after we
Oh.
passed the
I'm like, good God. Fucking eat something.
Hi, Noodle.
Like, I was talking to some homo on Grindr when I was single, and
This could be useful.
they were like, oh, I don't go out to eat. I meal prep all my food. And I was like, we're not gonna get along. Like,
Blade moves like
I do this thing called eating, and it's like good for you, trust me.
As impressive as always.
But like, they wanted to look like a shit
Been
brick
doing really
house,
great
and
lately.
people that look like that aren't really like my speed. I like nerdy dudes. The nerdier, the better, usually. I'm like, nerd my ear off, you naughty
Do you search one of
nerd.
your friends, Hoodle?
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Good, I'm queer.
Stop.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cislodius.
Find a ship. I'm gonna guess we have to go to the wharf then.
Probably in good hands with him.
Yeah. Now we can focus on finding a ship.
Seriously, I love nerdy guys. They're just so, like, cute and knowledgeable. Like, what else do you need? but
Noisy in here, isn't it?
I don't necessarily like it when somebody is just like gung-ho on one topic and one topic only. That can get kind of old. Like, you gotta like branch out. You can't just have one interest or topic. Like, it's too much.
I see that the interior of the
People
wedge is
tend to
every
have
bit as
varied
strange and
interests.
unusual
And not only that, but varying degrees for which they are interested in that particular topic.
Wouldn't believe it was Renan.
So if all somebody wants to talk about is Naruto Shippuden, and like the intricacies of its plot, and everybody else that doesn't care about Naruto Shippuden is just a dummy because they don't like watch all 9,000 episodes of Naruto Shippuden, that's too much, man. Like, you need to like get extra hobbies. Like, they can also be nerdy things, but if you only have one hobby, you're limiting yourself to connecting on one thing. It's not gonna work usually. Doesn't work.
It would not be any easier to predict. Remain
Especially with girls who don't watch Naruto Shippuden. What do I like sexually that I find strange? I guess nothing, because the things that I like sexually are like good to me, but that other people have found strange, like furries. Like, I like people in fursuits. I think that's hot as hell. I like when people lick my toes, and a lot of people don't like doing that, and that's fine. They don't have to. I'm not gonna make them. I am not a rapist. I don't know. Probably some other stuff. I like having my balls licked too, which is why I keep them shaved usually, so that they're not like all puby and gross. Yeah. Outside of that, just the normal stuff like kissing, getting my wiener sucked, and fucking. As well as murdering babies. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't even know anyone with a baby. I think. I'm gay and I mostly hang out with other gay people. And in this economy, nobody's having babies. It's just too much money, dude.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
This economy. Oof. Oof, good luck.
The same to me.
You better be born into a trust fund if you want kids in this economy. Or just delusional and a really pretty girl that knows how to poke holes in a condom. Something.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
This game won't let me fall. This isn't Dark Souls. How dare you lie to me? Yeah, I frankly don't get it, but I mean, I don't think I was ever really straight. Like, I tried to like girls because my parents basically told me that being gay would be like a death sentence. And I realized I didn't really like, the first time I had sex was with a girl, and I was like, this was completely unfulfilling for me. Like, I got nothing out of it. I didn't even like get off. Like, there was nothing to it. Like, it wasn't exciting. It just felt like something that I should do, I guess. And then, like, I don't know, I dated that girl for like a couple months in high school, and then we broke up. And yeah, then I started like being like, well, if that didn't do anything for me, like, I don't know, like, I didn't like really think about it. I think like some dude hit on me when I was playing DDR all the time at like this arcade.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
And then he tried to like fuck me in my butthole, and I was like, no, this isn't happening. Like, this is not like how I thought today was gonna go. Like, please remove your stuff from my stuff kindly, please. And then that just kind of like ended, and then we never talked again. So it was pretty much whatevs. But then I was like, actually, I think I would like to fuck some butthole, not necessarily have my butthole fucked. But I have also done that too. It just took me more time and more like comfortability with myself to get to that point, I guess.
As impressive as always.
Oh, sex. What a weird topic. Yeah, I don't think I ever like felt like trying it outside of like other dudes just being like, yeah, man, like if you don't have sex, you're like a baby, you're like a kitten with no fangs or something, is how these fucking douchebags made it seem. And like most of them were virgins anyway and lying about having sex with like their babysitter, whatever other bullshit they told me when I was in like whatever grade I was in at the time. And you know, you didn't like realize it until later that like it's like, who's leaving two teenagers alone like for a long enough period of time for them to bone? Like, not many parents like feel that comfortable with sex in general, let alone like their own child having sex. Like, so these kids are liars, like, is what I think they don't sometimes get. Like, people lie. It's funny because it reminds me of that episode from like How I Met Your Mother where Barney's like, he finds some kid he went to kindergarten with and he's like, oh, you banged 200 girls? I just got to 201. And the guy's like, that's gross, like nobody should bang that many people. And he's like, but you said in kindergarten. He's like, people lie like when they're kids and they want to like look cool or whatever. It's just kind of funny. Like, these kids are liars. Don't like take them seriously. They're not like banging the entire cheer squad, like guaranteed that's not happening.
If anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really? Well then.
Actually, I've heard it's easier to develop.
But it feels real when like, you know, a rumor happens in school and everybody just believes it and it's being repeated because it's interesting information and you're bored and you're in school like trapped with these fucking asshole teachers and these douchebag chads that lie about banging all these girls or whatever. Like, yeah, I bang people every day. My name is Bangy McBangerson, I guess. Like, no the fuck it isn't, you fucking liar. And I'm glad, like, I realized that all these kids were fucking full of shit and didn't, like, let it shape who I was very much. Like, I had my bad moments here and there, but, like, mostly, I don't know, I was like a weird kid. Like, I lived outside of the town I went to school in, so it was hard to be friends with anyone I went to school with, so I really just wasn't. I was friends with the kids that I grew up with in this small, like, cornfield town in the middle of nowhere, and I was bused, like, 30 minutes to some other school. So I was like an outsider looking in, and I think it just gave me a different perspective. And that perspective was that these liars are all a bunch of lying-ass liars.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
But I don't know, I was like, this shows my age. I was like one of the first kids that had internet, so when kids lied, I would literally get like on AOL like 1.0, like through a dial-up modem. It'd take like half an hour to load a web page with just text only on it. And like I would Google stuff and like figure out that these people are like full of shit based on the types of information that they're feeding me. So I had resources, thankfully.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? Not all that hungry.
Go no further.
The male carry. I just like lit people on fire at prom or whatever.
No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Pig's blood and all that craziness. Is that what you're referencing? The Stephen King movie? I think Stephen King wrote that book. I'm not 100% on that. I didn't touch you.
Good for you.
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more.
The heavens must be smiling.
Yeah. I don't know, I think when you realize, like, everybody's a liar, like, about some stuff, just to, like, make themselves look good, especially, like, you just start taking people, like, not at their word, but, like, I don't know, I feel like I inadvertently, like, started reading people's body language, and, like, you know, people that look away a lot while they're talking to you, or look at the floor, or just generally don't look like the kind of person that would participate in those kinds of activities. Like, usually you're probably right when you guesstimate that they're not, like, pimp daddy 8th grader or whatever. So, but yeah, I feel like a lot of boys, like, almost make kids, like, want to lie about the vaginas that they supposedly touched or whatever. It's like part of growing up. It's weird. Like, oh, I'm the manliest man because I was the first one that sprouted pubes. No, I'm the manliest man because I touched your mom's vajayjay or some shit. Sure you did. And who cares? Pubes are gross. I highly recommend removing them, especially if you want somebody to lick your balls, like I do. Not all of them, but I like to keep mine trim. Like, nobody wants to, like, be sucking on your penis and then all of a sudden, like, they've got a pube in their tonsil. It's very uncomfortable. I highly don't recommend it. Somebody's got, like, pubes on their head longer, pubes on their penis that are longer than the freaking hair on their head, then they're an unkempt, dirty birdie. And they've never touched anybody, is my guess. It's all lies. I think most people like a relatively trimmed bush. You don't have to, like, shave it. Don't shave it. That's bad. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Don't do it. Don't ever shave the nutsack like I do. Unless you're just really good at it, like I am. Because you will cut yourself eventually, like I have. Right on the nards. Oh, the shit I say in my speedruns is ridiculous.
Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with it?
No, don't wax anything. That hurts. That's one of the privileges of being a dude, is that you don't have to do that. It's painful.
Right.
Oof.
I didn't like the sound of that monster.
I don't have the balls to get waxed. That shit. Oh my god. I cannot fathom it. Where the fuck is that place? The Zion Mine? Oh, okay. So we're gonna teleport here.
One bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zion Mine to Berg Volcano. Let's move.
We're gonna go to the sexy volcano.
The climate feels different from Menancius.
It's gotten much cooler since leaving town.
God, I
though.
hate my voice. It gets really, like, annoying sounding when I'm, like, all
holes in us?
talking too much and stuff. It, like, starts getting this echoey, like, reverberation-y kind of sound going on. Oh my gosh. I used to be a licensed health insurance salesperson and
Be on your guard.
talk to people like 8 hours a day, and at the end of the day my voice would just sound like someone else's voice because my voice was hurting because I was talking too goddamn much.
Be going through this place again. This is where you
Just
and
like I
first
am now.
fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
Maybe it's just in my head. I don't know. I don't like the sound of my own voice though. Like when I hear it on recordings, I'm like, ew, is that what I sound like? I'm like, that's gross. Apparently that's my voice. But that's okay.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
I think it sounds different because, like, you're vibrating your own vocal cords in your throat, and that's, like, sending bass, like, up into your eardrums, and you think your voice sounds, I think, deeper than it actually sounds. I don't know. It sounds more commanding or interesting. but when you hear it like on a recording,
So hot.
plus like how tinny most
Inner portion of Berg Vulcan.
like microphones can be, it doesn't sound the right way, I guess.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some
Well, you
water.
haven't been sucking enough
Just make sure you
penises
don't
then,
drink
I
too much.
guess.
Thanks.
And I'm now banned from everything on the internet.
You want some too, Shion? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
You need the
fine,
special
thank you very
milk
much.
of the nutsack. It's good for your throat. So saith the virgin boys on incels.org.
Crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
I didn't know you had that sort.
But I don't know. Activity, it's just like anything else. Like if you've climbed Mount Everest like 14 times, like is the 15th time really going to be any different? Like I feel like sex is kind of the same way. Like sometimes it can just be like really nice and amazing, like depending on your mood, and other times it's just like I'm just trying to make the cum make my boner go away or something. It's like it's just fine. It's not like life-altering like these eighth grade boys that pretended they banged their girlfriend or whatever are lying to you about.
You even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's
Can I fight something now?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finally...
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting. In the soil, the enemy wields on too.
We'll soon see about that.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shion actually look flustered.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Reinforcements incoming!
Not a problem.
Why will this guy not die? Like, this game is cheating.
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Yeah, now I'm doing like 500,000 damage. Like, get out of here, game. I was doing 1,000 for God knows what reason. With my 9999 sword.
It's about to
Quad
strike.
nines, baby.
Look sharp, everyone!
Wah, wah.
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Allow me to help you.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just watch and learn.
By pressing the up button once. It's so powerful.
Go back down!
Unskippable cutscene. That key is a secret.
I can feel my precision improving.
I forgot about a lot of parts in this game. I thought I was gonna beat this way faster, but I might just be like
Is that it over there?
at the pinnacle of what the PS5 can do over like what a PC can do speed-wise in like load times and such. Couldn't really say.
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Who cares where she went? She's annoying. She'll probably come back since we all have the same goal.
How you?
The end of... Can't sleep. Did you... Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegus.
Surely we do, Pikachu.
Everything okay, Shion?
Ugh, they disband like every 5 seconds at the end. With mandatory 5 cutscenes to skip.
Is everyone about...
At least this time I think I will remember to equip my good sword again when they change my outfit, unlike the first time I ran it, which probably wasted a ton of time.
So who's...
The Dahnans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying...
Well, we...
With nobody left to run the...
And...
Not happening.
This area doesn't look as badly damaged as the other district we went through.
Indeed. The effects of Lenegus's transformation appear to be less pronounced here.
But yeah, this is the quest I was talking about earlier where I said you could learn a little bit about the lords. If that's something that interests you, I think that's part 15 of my long video series of this game where I I didn't get all the freaking skits, but I got probably like 250 of them in there. So most of the story's in there. A lot of it's repeated information in the skits anyway, so... But honestly, when you get to this point, there are just like 4 hours of characters asking all these questions that are like mostly philosophical and that don't really have answers, and it just kind of gets old. And it creates this gigantic build-up for like this very quick ending that doesn't answer most of the questions that you're gonna have. So it just feels kind of like a big letdown. I mean, there's like 4 hours of talking, and I feel like they are just talking in circles. It goes pretty much nowhere.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe. I still wanted to say...
Why am I just standing here?
I see a medic.
Maybe it's a PS5 limitation.
If they know you're with me, they'll likely offer their assistance.
Oh
Damn it.
boy.
Lenniget's soldiers.
Can't
Any way we
move.
can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them.
Guess we gotta wait for them to stop chatting.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elza Menenthea. I command
Like,
you.
why are these people not just dying?
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not?
Now I'm curious if my equipment's changed, but it has not. Actually, while we're here, let's just do that. Then we can up our crits. And that might save us some time. Now that we're in a place where the enemies are almost always unavoidable and have just a ridiculous amount of HP and defense and all that good stuff. Shaplow.
Let's see what you got.
You got spirit!
We did it!
Take this!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Those soldiers don't seem to have...
Hi, Doodle!
And now, like, the enemies need, like, these special hits to kill them, which is really frustrating as well.
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
I'm going the wrong way. Oopsie.
Little help!
Now you'll learn!
Lunar correction!
The Tempest engulfs you!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's dispose of the trash.
I see one, eh? Where's the strong?
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
What? I've never known Faria to control tables like that before.
How about with the stone that was astral energy?
Say no more.
Yeah, that did, like, more life than it has left, but it doesn't kill it.
Gonna need all of us together!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! Man,
I'm glad we could stop. Arya without hurting her.
You all did much for her. Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon. I have to be ready. Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I was already going that way. Leave me
Curious what
alone.
we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right?
Don't care.
Sure.
Shush.
We can check it out.
Let me in there. Let me in. Let me in. Let me go. Leave me alone. Cool. I think we saw everything. Nope.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. And Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the
Naori was the one who put that mask on me. Made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result.
Alright. That is the switch your outfit time. I can't believe it even switches like the normal equipment. That's kind of obnoxious. Alright, let's fix this mess. All is now right with the world.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
You're mine! Bloody howling! Blow away!
Pull myself
Red
together.
Air Blaster! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Surrender!
Are you...
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about... Brennans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way, like with us.
Can I just teleport back there? Of course not. I think I can do this in sub 4 for sure. As for sub 330, I'm not 100% on that. I guess we'll find out together. Because, yeah, it does not let me fast travel. Will it now let me? Nope.
Out of our way!
Bring him down! We did it! Now for it! Now!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
No choice.
It's fire support!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Looks like the people...
Yep, still no
Flanagan
fast
can rest
travel.
easy. I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
Oh yeah, I think I forgot just to show that I'm actually on Chaos, in case it comes into question. Your difficulty does import over, thankfully, so that's one thing you don't actually have to worry about changing, but I don't think I went into the screen and showed it on this run, so... And there's no, to my knowledge, way to change your difficulty without going into that menu, so... If you think I'm a dirty liar, then watch this video and scrutinize it, I guess. Meow. Yep. Even when I'm this close, it still won't let me fast travel. Kinda silly. Oh no, it's that bitch. That one bitch. That one lady. Oh, there's a galactic sector in jeopardy or something. Oh noes.
Okay.
If you do all these scenes and like cutscenes, it's literally like 2 hours worth of crap that happens on this satellite thing that we're on.
Full enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
I shall.
You can't.
You guys live?
Do you... Can we... It feels...
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot.
Oh.
You both.
Well...
Well... Our minds are made up. Let's go give Hevrek 35 our answer.
Sweet Satan.
Do you have your... Man, is it too much to ask for Hevrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated...
All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer for the same fate, ever.
I forget which one of these is which. I know 2 of them you open up because this place is just so ridiculously long. Well, one of them you might not open up unless you decide to kill 6 rooms of annoying people. I guess it's advisable if you want to go back and like do certain things, but the game already gives you lots of time to do that without you needing to like leave this dungeon, in my opinion.
We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
My turn!
I wonder if we're going to get it hacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
My turn! More Dugals?
Keep calm and take them down.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance. I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Not a chance!
All yours. Shall escape my judgment.
dash!
Eat this.
Here I come!
Come on, roll
Get
now.
more! Now! Take my turn! Here I come!
Swallow
Here!
Here.
Here I come! Strike! Finish!
Rhapsody of excellent technique.
How are your
Best not to give me any ideas.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena?
This thing wouldn't even barely have a gravitational field with it being like
Watch yourselves around them.
completely destroyed the way it is, so there's no way these things would be like even stuck to this planet. It's all lies.
Go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even
Alrighty, so
faster
we don't need
if
to go in
simply
there.
jump down. Dead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
Nobody
Guess I
dead.
misread the landing.
Or did
These
they?
structures don't look like anything built by the Renans. Or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite.
Darn it.
Out of our way.
Stupid space lesbos. Leave me alone. Trying to beat this game. Gotta go fast.
Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Ah, freaking dude.
Coming through.
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Demon
Come on,
Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclops.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory.
See? Easy.
Get lost.
We got the advantage.
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Haha. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. No choice. Demon Fang!
By the power of the This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Hey, look at that enemy. It's shining.
Get lost. Now I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish it. 2 heads? What's that even fair?
In an instant! Impact block!
a mile.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. I shall ensure you survive this. I'm ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Go!
Take this!
Radiant blood! Here!
I'm knocked up!
An Umbra!
Throw away!
Demon Lash!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There!
Almost there!
Or close enough. Take it away, Law.
I thought you'd never ask.
Do
I'm
it!
ready!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Hell.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Anyways, that's fast travel back to the beginning.
The furnishings are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that.
First strike!
Into the shadow!
Captivity!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger ready!
Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
Let's see what you've got.
We took more Suko?
Keep calm and take them down!
You dare strike me from behind?
Be careful, everyone. This one
I thought
is
you were going
yours.
direct.
I'm not nearly finished yet.
Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Rending you apart!
Am I on a rope? Or what?
Well, look.
I wonder if that item has an X through it, because you can only get one, because it's part of the, like, whatchamacallit, ultimate weapon or whatever. Because I've noticed, like, when I've killed other bosses to grind for experience, like, they won't drop items a second time, if they're, like, the Devil Arms, for instance. Because most of those bosses are refightable, so probably something along those lines. Place is freaking gigantic.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under some...
The ast-
Oh boy, more of this crap, huh?
None shall escape my judgment!
It won't escape me.
Do it!
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone! Barely a blip on our radar.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no...
An opponent like this should be easy.
Take it through! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
No backing down! I really owe you one.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too...
No
Here,
choice.
let me help.
You dare.
Your blade moves like silk.
I just let my instincts take over.
How fascinating. Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
That's not to give me any idea.
Easy peasy, ha hoodle.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
So those thorns of Shion's. They're really a part of Rena's great spirit?
Most likely,
Yeah,
but only
gotta
a
pick
small
one of
fragment of it in
these.
the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting...
Get lost!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction.
Still!
Oh my
This ends
gosh.
now!
Consider yourself finished. We're in good form.
future. We will never let something like you take that away from us.
I'm sorry.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cycla!
Watch yourself.
Incredible power. Good things come to an end. In a bind?
Thanks.
I'm sorry to trouble you.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Get out of our way already!
I didn't expect such base tactics from a supreme being.
You can't assume we're fighting something that thinks like a human!
Whatever it is, it's
Fuck
wasting
you,
time that
you
we don't
fucking
have.
asshole.
Not only that, but
I'm
that's
gonna die.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
My turn! Pierce evil!
Take that!
I'll face you.
Mirage!
Let's do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
This madness ends! Right here, right now! And this time, we really mean it!
We've all come so far. We've faced so much. We can get through this. Together.
Can you just leave your hand down here, maybe, so that I can kill you?
Hell, I'm just getting warmed up. You ain't seen nothing yet.
The Great Spirit's getting down.
You and me.
From here on out! We did it!
Yeah.
Hear my call!
No more dithering.
Our future begins here.
Always impressive.
I guess that's right.
Now all that's left is the middle.
Let's do it! This is it!
This ends now!
Alphen!
Not skippable. Until it fades to white, I guess. Well, black, honestly. Meow, 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 meow.
I'll tear you apart, slay the girl and the Great Spirit, and erect a fortress of death
Fuck
over
bag.
both worlds. What do you get from all this? When you have all that power, what will you do?
Alright, I'm gonna call it there. It's 334. This is...
You had someone, anyone to turn
You
to.
win no matter what, so it doesn't really matter.
Someone to love, people who would support.
It's over!
You are the last obstacle impeding my progress. Die!
So roughly 333 and 40 seconds-ish.
Show you the limits of your solitude!
So I beat my last time by like an hour and 40 minutes. That's pretty good. Honestly, unless I really missed something substantial, I don't think on PS5 it's possible to get it much lower than around the 330 mark without there being any kind of glitch situation occurring. But yeah, just in case they want to see like the save screen be the time marker, then we're good.